Erik Karlsson gets his third Norris Trophy.
Who?
Could it be his swan song before he gets traded tomorrow morning? We'll break that down and a lot more right now here on Teal Town Live. Happy Monday, June 26, 2023. The NHL awards haven't concluded, and for some of our ears, thank goodness. And welcome to the post-awards show here on Teal Town Live, here on Teal Town, USA. If you want to be part of the show, here's how you do it. Oh, hi there. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans all over the world in Sharks territory on the page or the app. Of course, follow us on all the socials, but make sure you smash that subscribe button. Find everything at Teal Town USA. And if you want to support the pod, check us out either on Venmo at Teal Town USA or hit us up on a super chat donation right now going on. With that, when Erik Karlsson wins something, of course, we got to bring in AJ Strong. What's up, buddy?
Why is my head being cut off?
I fixed that while you're chatting.
Dear
What's
Lord.
happening, boy?
What's going on? Hold on. Let me see. Host is joined, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I just got the invite to get into the media availability with Erik Karlsson. So I'm
okay.
waiting to see what's going on there. Might have already happened for all I know. We don't know. Yeah, congrats to Erik Karlsson. I saw Shang put out a tweet that said, breaking Erik. And I'm like, is it really breaking? And if it's something that we've known about for 5 months?
Hey,
Probably not.
I mean, were you surprised by the votes of it? I mean, he had 123 first place votes. Adam Fox was second with like 41. But after that,
that's not shocking.
That's not shocking. Surprise. I'm surprised. Granted, 101 points. He was a minus 26. Maybe
a lot of those are, he was, the team in front of him, empty net goals. Like, you can't hang that on to him.
Right.
I mean, I would.
How many stick smashes did he have on empty netters?
Oh man, he did get pissed at those. Oof.
Yeah. I can't blame him though on that. But I mean, honestly, an unreal year for Karlsson. He becomes on a short list of Sharks individual award winners. Going back to when Tony Granato got the first one for the Masterton. Of course. Nabby gets the Rookie of the Year. Jumbo had that great year when he got traded. Of course, Jonathan Chichu gets some love.
It was like look at that. You have a whole fucking thing here.
I came prepared.
Sorry, I wasn't here. And you know what should be on there? There should be an asterisk at the bottom that says "fuck Jeff Skinner." You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Should have been Couture, but whatever.
Yeah, and Burns might have been able to get another, Norris in there, but Burns he has 2 awards within a 3-year difference, and then Karlsson becomes the second Shark to win the Norris along with Burnsy in 2017. For Karlsson himself, his third Norris Trophy, his first with San Jose. Of course, he did get 2 earlier in his career with Ottawa. He becomes the 8th defenseman in NHL history to win a third Norris Trophy. Some other guys that aren't bad.
So do you think with this third trophy win that seals his fate that he's like first ballot HOF?
I want to say, yeah. I think, he's done something that hasn't been done in 30 years, which is score 100 points as a defenseman. He's played all around. I think if he does get traded to a contender, and we'll touch on that a little bit, but if he gets a cup, I think it's wrapped up. It's almost complete. Yeah. I think he became what he was supposed to be, But I think also being in the Canadian market for so long too, and he's so beloved in Ottawa, I think that's I think he gets in.
All right. There was some talk that a little bit of chatter, discussion, if you will, that if his time in San Jose had continued, like if his contract had continued on the path that it was for the first 8 years, that you could have made the argument that no, not a Hall of Famer if it had continued on that path. But the fact that he had that huge bounce back this season,
yep.
Then okay, he's back on the right track, and hopefully he finds some amazing success with another team here. Like what, by tomorrow?
Who knows? By tomorrow, maybe draft day, maybe before the Sharks select 4th overall, if they stay at 4 now, which is, something unreal.
What if he doesn't get moved until the deadline?
Well, hey, at least I look at it this way: with all the rumors going on, he supposedly talked with Joe Pavelski about Dallas. He's willing to go back to Ottawa. I mean, as Hockey Jerk mentioned on the Discord, that rips up everything, saying, "Oh, it was Joe Pavelski. He can blame Erik Karlsson for not being back in San Jose. Blah 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 blah." But I mean, honestly, I think for his Hall of Fame resume, getting back to that, he needed to win a Norris. He needed to have a bounce back year, because otherwise he could have said, "Yeah, he's fallen off."
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there were people questioning whether or not he wanted to be a hockey player anymore a couple of years ago. So, I mean, those were some really low seasons. For all the accolades that he deserves when, to steal a page out of Ian's book, when Karlsson does good, it's good. But there were some times when Karlsson did bad, and it was bad.
Oh,
so, totally. I think that there's some debate to be had. But again, if this is the start of something, if this is the feature, not the bug of this contract that he's still currently on, because I said this back in the day when they, and I hate doing that shit where it's like, well, if you rewind the clock 4 years ago when I said something that I actually got right, let me pat myself on the back. But we talked about at the beginning of this was that if Karlsson doesn't fight for the Norris for at least half of this contract,
yep,
that's when you're getting the most money out of for anybody playing that position, you better fight for at least half of that contract. He's fought for it once, and and granted he won it,
yeah.
But he's 3 out of the next 4. He better, whether he's wearing teal or not, you would hope that he's going to fight for that. But all that being said, now in hindsight is 2020, as we all know. This, despite Karlsson winning the Norris, from everything that we've seen bandied about, whether it's Friedman or whoever, national media, if they can find a taker, Karlsson's out the door, which to me says this is the worst contract extension Doug Wilson's ever signed.
It has hindered the process. Also, a little thing about COVID kind of stalled a ton of cap flexibility, which I think.
But I'm just talking about just return on investment.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
He played to his contract for, I would say, a season and a half over 4 seasons. Because everybody's going to sit there and go, "Oh my God, remember that Thanksgiving through Christmas back in 2000?" Yeah, it was great. Then what happened?
Then he got piled by Marchand, and his groin, ripped to pieces.
No, this was the Karlsson that we expected from the jump.
Yeah, and let's hope.
And I'm not saying it's not his fault he got injured.
No.
But, I mean, when you get a contract like that, woof,
there's a lot of pressure on you to succeed.
Yeah. And like I said, to his credit, dude, I would say exceeded it this year.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to do what he did, I don't know how many times Uncle Darren Stevens was updating the graphics on the Sharks broadcasting bug. He's passed this player. Last time a player had this many assists was Paul Coffey or Brian Leach. You talk about guys who are in the Hall of Fame. So that's
breaking news. Thank you for your patience. We'll have Karlsson on soon, approximately 10 minutes, and that was 1 minute ago. So,
all right.
Hopefully, I don't know that I'll be able to pipe in the audio from it. I probably won't be.
Bummer.
But I will try to pull some quotes out of anything he says. I'm hoping somebody's going to ask him, so who is it tomorrow? Are you signing with Edmonton, Ottawa? Who is it?
And kind of what Ruben's saying in the chat. Do you guys think there's a deal already set, and him winning the Norris puts the Sharks in the position to renegotiate a said deal?
I am not going to speculate whatsoever. That I'll leave that for other podcasts and blogs to do. I like to talk about what is, not what might be. I mean, is it a possibility? Yes. Other than that, no idea.
I would say there is a slight possibility, but at the same time, I mean, like you said, we knew about him basically winning the Norris 5 months ago. I don't think a lot of things are going to be changing.
Right? Yeah.
A lot of things could be changing, not so much. So.
Well, hold on. Let's do the other awards here first, and we'll get back to this.
Absolutely.
Because I want to blast through these because we did our picks. I don't even know how long ago when when the nom started coming out. So all of us on here that took part, this would be me, Al, Puck Guy, Landy, Felix, Jerk, Ian, Jewels, and Lacey. Evidently, for whatever reason, Dana and Mark tapped out. Fine. It's fine. We're unanimous on the Hart. We all had Connor.
Right.
And you know what? And I'm going to do this all fucked up like the award show do. I'm going to save the Norris for last, which I thought was so stupid. God.
Hey, way to keep the viewers in.
We all had Olmark. That was unanimous on our end. First
choice. A hell of a year.
Calder. All of us except one person had Matty Beniers. One person had Stuart Skinner. You might want to call that person a hero. And his name would be Hockey Jerk. But he had Skinner on that hero move. Jack Adams had a little bit of movement. Let me see. We had 6 Montgomery votes and 3 votes for Lindy Ruff. So, and just for us on here, you had Montgomery, I had Ruff, but I had Montgomery as my second choice. But so pretty good on the Adams. For the Selke, another hero. Well, we had a couple of heroes in that. Everybody except Jerk and Ian Reed. Jerk took Matthews. Ian Reed took Jason Robertson from Dallas. Rest of us had Bergeron. At some point, when that fucker retires, they have to rename the Selke. The Bergeron.
They have to make it. Yeah, exactly.
They have to. The Lady Bing, we're all over the place. We had 3 votes for Kopitar. We had a couple votes for Pavelski. I myself voted for Pat Maroon because I'm funny like that. There was also a vote for Pedersen and Josh Bailey. But yeah, just to let you know, my Lady Bing ballot was Pat Maroon, Nick Delorier, Brady Tkachuk, Corey Perry, and Max Domi. Because I'm funny like that. Because I'm sorry, I have no respect for the Lady Bing Trophy. GM of the year. Did they even?
No, they do that at the draft.
Okay, 2 days from now. Okay,
yeah.
So anyway, we got half the votes are for Tom Fitzgerald from the Devils. The other half are for Sweeney from the Bruins. And Al Martinet is our resident hero, taking Jim Nill from the Dallas Stars. And the Masterton. This was a good one. The Masterton tonight, of course, was Keller, Stalock, and Letang. Myself and Jerk are the only two, or we're the only guys who had 2 out of the 3 that actually made it on stage tonight. I had Stalock and Keller. He had Letang and Stalock. To his credit, Jerk had Letang as his number 1.
Makes sense.
And Jewels also had Letang with her first choice. So, credit to those guys for making the top picks. But yeah, it was fun. But Jesus, Maroon, not Falloon, you dumbass.
Oh, Marty.
Get the shit out of your ears, pal. But dude, these award shows, dude, 2 hours. It's an hour too long. It was so. And who was the host?
Dirk Bentley.
I have no idea who the hell that guy is.
He's a country singer.
And that's
apparently
why
has
I
a
have
kid.
no idea who the hell he is. And his kid, I get it. Like, you want to involve the kids, but that was so cringeworthy. You could see the players that he was on that little platform with, just like, oh, okay, come on, kid, you'll get through this. Let's go. Dude, it was just so cringe. And the country perform, like, I understand. Oh, it's about the local flavor, but fuck that. Do that shit locally. Don't subject people, watching this shit live. Don't stop.
I mean, maybe
Just
2
stop.
songs, but maybe.
I wouldn't even do that. But like, come on, man. Let's speed it up here. We can do all of this shit in 46 minutes, and then you've got 14 minutes of commercials. We're all fine. You can get through it. This doesn't have to be a slobber fest. It's fine. Well, if it's gonna be 2 hours, you know what you end with? 2 announcements. Have they announced where it's going to be next season?
The draft will be in Las Vegas.
No, the awards.
I assume that the awards will be in Vegas as well.
So so that's just the new thing now. Wherever the awards are, they're always going to be wherever the draft is.
My guess is yes.
Okay, and I'm fine with that. So you know what the headlining act of this should have been, the finishing move. It should have been, and all these awards have been handed out. This is fantastic. Here are the opening nights for every team.
Oh, I agree.
They just give you the first game of every regular season game.
Yeah.
So if your home team is starting home or away, but you give them and you know who the opponent is. First game.
First game.
That's your teaser. And then, by the way, you'll get the rest of the schedule tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, or 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, or noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
That would have been the move. That's the move right there.
Instead, join us tomorrow at 8 when we finally know when the Sharks will have their schedule.
Oh, dude, I posted this on Twitter. I really, really hope they finally have gotten it together and everybody's talked with everybody and said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we all posted this at the exact same time on our platforms instead of letting it dribble out where I knew, when it was the last scheduled day, because for some reason the Sharks always last to the bowl on this. I don't know why, but I knew every game that the Sharks were playing against their divisional opponents 3 hours before the Sharks schedule came out. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's just put them all out at the same time.
Or for that matter, let's find out everybody's preseason schedule. And the Sharks still haven't put theirs out. We know about 4 of the games already, including one that's in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, a couple against Vegas, a couple against the Kings. It's like, good God, man, just put it all out there. I'm assuming there's going to be 2 against the Ducks.
I assume 2 against the Ducks. That's usually how they've done it.
And
preseasons
years. Is so weird because there's some teams that'll play 6 games, there's others that'll play 9.
Yeah, well, I know LA and Arizona are going to Melbourne for the Global Series in Australia, and there's a couple others that are doing the Global Series early on. They'll do their Global Series challenge like the Sharks did this past year. So it'll be interesting to see.
Hold on, dude. Who is it? Sportsnet stat. Ian calling it out. This is great. Connor McDavid was 1 vote shy of being a unanimous Hart Trophy winner. 1 shy. Somebody gave Pasta their 1 vote. Want to bet that was Jack Edwards?
Oh, I would bet money that it was Jack Edwards.
But there's always a hero,
money.
Bro. Always a hero.
Bet money that was somebody in Boston. or let's be honest. Let's be honest though. It could have been somebody from Calgary.
Oh, dude, what do you think about McDavid kind of riding Calgary at the beginning with the Hart Trophy acceptance speech?
Come on. I love it.
Woo!
Love it. Love it.
I'm like, oh, man, shade already? Dig it. I'm here for it. All of a sudden, I'm like, this might be worth tuning in for. And then Dirks Bentley started talking, and I went, maybe not.
Well, I mean, is there going to be anybody in Calgary to play for Calgary?
Is there going to be a place to play? We got to, I'm waiting for them to break ground on a new state. How fucked up is it? It feels like the Athletics and the Flames have been waiting the same amount of time to get a new fucking building, and Calgary's finally pulled it off.
Finally pulled it off, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, so, I have other things to talk about, but do you have something you want to finish off with awards?
Well, Marty Tees, thank you for the kind words about the jacket. I don't know if you could see the tie or anything yet, but there you go.
You should see him in the full suit, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, he has pants that go with it. They're literally photos of him floating around next to Jonathan Becker. It's
That's right. And even Becker was very proud of me wearing that in the heat. Jeez.
That was like September, wasn't it?
Oh, God, October. That was not fun. Drew O asking, is the rookie scrimmage going to be streamed?
Yes.
It should be.
No, it should be. It will be.
Good.
Yes.
Because otherwise I was
July
breaking 6th, out the iPhone.
Yeah, no. July 6th, 6 p.m. The prospect scrimmage will, in fact, be broadcast.
Good. And that'll be at Tech C Arena to finish up the prospect camp.
Yes.
Indeed. Marty's saying that was the most personality I've ever seen from McDavid.
Anytime I see McDavid, all I can do is picture him in that uncomfortable photo with that Asian couple at an airport. Like nobody in my life has ever looked that uncomfortable.
Erik Karlsson's on NHL Network with Jamie Hirsch.
Well, I'm expecting him to join here on the Zoom in a hot minute.
Let me see if he's singing in particular.
So, but we'll be at the Sharks prospect scrimmage on the 6th. We'll be there live, but because they are broadcasting it, we're limited to what we can do during the game. But after it, all bets are off, baby.
Oh, come on, let's be honest. We're gonna after dark this bitch.
Well, dude, to be fair, it's on July 6th, right?
Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night. Is that a Wednesday or is that a Thursday?
I don't know.
No, I think that's a Thursday.
Oh no, you're right. Thursday because 4th of July is on
right.
Tuesday. We're in the off season. Come on.
Okay, I'll give you that. But I just got to check. I got to check one little tidbit, one little piece of information, only simply to confirm what my thought might be. But we're going to check it anyway. So looking it up, and boom, July 6th. Yes, this is what I thought. Okay, this upsets me. July 6th, the Athletics are playing in Detroit, and the game starts at 10 in the morning local time.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
To me says you could broadcast this on NBC Sports California. And if you remember, we spoke to, oh my gosh, what was his name?
Erik Karlsson?
Yeah. We spoke to him last summer talking about like the new jerseys that the Kuhre were going to unveil, along with Tech CU, the new barn, all the things that were going to happen. And one of the things that we were told was that it was in the works to broadcast 3 to 5 Barracuda games on some way that they would be consumable on TV. Now, it could have been Cron, it could have been whatever, but
CW44,
whatever. But the smart money was, well, why not put it on the NBC Sports channel that you already have ties to? You've already, got all the wires set up. Just do it there. And let's be honest, aside from them playing actual games, what the hell else do they have to show except infomercials? So I would love it if it'll be broadcast on there.
It's funny. You mentioned all the stations.
It'll probably just be on their YouTube channel. But
Oakland
whatever.
Roots are on KTVU Plus. I think the Sacramento River Cats are on the CW44 Cable 12. It's like, come on, guys. Can we,
What the hell else is there to watch on July 6th in the evening if the Athletics aren't playing? That's my point.
It's a replay of the game. They'll literally replay the game.
F you. Dude, I might go so far as to say that whatever A's home game is played the week beforehand on a Thursday at Oakland versus the prospect, the Barracuda might outdraw Oakland. I'm just saying.
That's painful.
Okay, dude, I'm about ready to kill this Zoom call if Erik ain't showing up, dude. Arrogant bastard making everybody wait.
Hey, he's about to have some fun in Nashville. I don't blame him.
Oh,
Obviously,
dude. Dude, him and Melinda about to make a third one.
coming in hot. He didn't briefly mention what he said on the interview with Jamie Hirsch on NHL Network. I've definitely learned with the opportunities that I had. I'm fortunate to have what I have, but I want to go out there and win.
The goofy ass stand up, I was told, I wasn't paying that much attention, but the goofy ass stand up that they had like lead into that. Did he say the Norris Trophy? I had two people like send me DMs and another one text me. They're like, dude, the opening guy just called it the James Morris Trophy. And I'm like, oh, fuck's sakes. I'm like, did Fanatics produce this?
That's next year, my friend.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I look forward to seeing the Fanatics jerseys make their debut at next year's draft in Vegas, which I'm calling credentials for. Me and Jerk.
Where is that?
It's in Vegas.
Oh, knock yourself out.
Hell yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go.
no, dude. Vegas in July? Fuck you, dude.
It's 110
No.
outside. I won't be wearing this. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. No. Oh, speaking of Vegas, though, so some other things that we can like jump to that I had some things to say. I was going to save this until Sunday. I was going to try to talk to Jerk, but Jerk seems completely uninterested in talking hockey during the off season. The Cup odds came out. Dude. Oh, yeah. Vegas, the betting gurus there, the guys that call all the shots. The reason why Vegas exists, because, they make money. The Cup odds are out. The gambling world has San Jose in a race for the bottom yet again.
Yep.
But this time with, look, Chicago's there again. But Montreal and Philadelphia, all of them, all four of those teams at 150-1. Anaheim and Arizona at 125-1. Columbus at 100-1. So I think that is Vegas saying, yeah, we don't think Karlsson's going to be here either.
Or no, the Sharks suck so bad, even with Karlsson.
Yeah, so without, just saying, like Eklund, Bordelot, whoever comes in, whoever they sign in the offseason, they can only do so much, or until they figure out some sort of stopgap. Whoever, I'm dying to see if they're going to match up with Kakinen. But
that's going to be the interesting one.
The one, who I'm giving the horse eye to kind of pull up some slack. A lot of people thought, well, Mario himself said, with Bernsey gone, I got to pick up some offensive slack. But no, you've proven that don't do that.
Well, see, that's the big thing.
Henry Thrun.
Henry Thrun, you think takes over EK's spot?
I mean, I would, out of all the blue liners, I will say he will finish in the top 2 of points producers next season.
Someone clip that.
At this,
let's make sure he gets some
foreseen
points.
I mean, if the Sharks end up, if the Sharks end up getting like fucking Oliver Ekman, OEL, just like lands in their lap. Didn't he just get bought out?
Yeah.
So he can sign anywhere for nothing? Yeah.
Right.
Like if for some reason OEL ends up in San Jose trying to like make a name for himself to get moved at the deadline, then okay, yeah. But I don't know. I got a vibe about Thrun, man. I digs me some Thrun.
Yeah, Thrun looks like
puts himself in the right,
guy.
Right spot at the right time.
Yeah.
Hold on, Karlsson coming on here.
Gotcha. Logan Teal asking me when am I going to buy a Nicholas Milosh jersey. Jokes on you. I already did.
All right, do you guys want to hear this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
See what I can get here. Hopefully this will come through, everybody.
We have Erik Karlsson here. We're going to do in-person media first.
Today can be about your season and what did this season mean to you to have this type of season?
No, I obviously feel very good with where I'm at, both personally and professionally. I think this was a season where going to choose to take all the good parts from it, try and learn from every situation that was thrown at me throughout the year, and try and grow from it. I still feel like I had a fantastic year and I felt good the whole way, but I still feel like there's more, and that's what makes me excited.
You say more. There are points. That was
I don't know if it can be more points or not. I just think as a whole, I think that I feel really good about my game. I feel really good about myself right now, and I'm excited to be at the place that I'm at right now. So I'm very much, much as I try and stay in the moment, it's reflecting back as much as I can at this stage. Gives me a lot of joy, and I think that that's the most important thing that maybe I had been missing for a little bit. Is just enjoying hockey again. I love to play the sport. I love what I do, and I think that that really showed this year.
Erik, how's this going to feel after compared to winning first?
Different. I'm a lot older now. I have 2 small kids. I've gone through a lot in my life that I didn't have when I first won when I was 21. So it means a lot. I think that I can grasp everything around it and appreciate things that come with it a little bit differently than maybe I did when I was 21, whatever the other one was, 23 or something like that. It was a long time ago. So I'm just very, very joyful right now, I think. And, like I said, I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can, but at the same time, I'm probably more excited about the future.
Seemed like you were pretty nervous during that speech.
I was. My wife kept asking me the whole time if I was nervous, this, that. I was like, no, it's fine. Kind of know how this works and, what to expect. But I think that when the time finally came, I got nervous because, it is a different situation and it hits you a little bit differently than you think sometimes. So once I got up there and start seeing everybody and talking, I lost my words pretty fast. I had to get out of there.
Just like this.
Yeah, a little bit. So it's no, but yes, I think no matter how many times you've done this or been through this, I think that this moment is a very special one, and you can never really prepare your body for how it's going to react when something like this happens. So it was nice to get that feeling. It's been fun.
Erik, you didn't win the Lindsay Award. What did it mean to be nominated by your peers?
No, it's obviously great. I mean, I voted for Connor. It's kind of expecting him to win. I think that he is my generation probably the best player that I've seen. So, but just to be in the mentioning for me means a lot. I take a lot of pride and respect in what I do, and to have the guys that you compete against on a daily basis, to name that high, for me, the stage I'm in my career right now means a lot.
Erik, the league announced we're not going to do pride jerseys. The Sharks wore pride jerseys last year. I'm just wondering what you feel about that.
I don't know. I haven't even really thought about it, to be honest. So it's a hard question for me to answer. And at the same time, we don't really get say in the whole matter. So I think that it's probably a question for the guys in charge that makes those decisions.
like that earlier. Said the one thing about you is they put so much responsibility on you. Still have the season that you had to handle. To do that, is that a big part of why you feel the way you do right now, and start looking ahead to what next year that you were able to handle?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was very fortunate to get drafted by Ottawa, coming to a city and a country where hockey is the biggest thing, and having guys like Daniel Alfredson and Jason Spezza and Chris Phillips kind of show the way, and I think that responsibility was something that I was taught fairly early on in my career by a lot of good people, and I think that the stage I'm at now, I think that I've kind of figured out a pretty good way for myself how to deal with it in a positive way. So it's not easy sometimes, but I love responsibility, and I love high goals, and I love the pressure.
I think that's just the injuries that. Did you ever imagine a year ago that you'd be here today?
I mean, I was always, in my own eyes, this is where I belong. This is where I should be every single year, even though that's pretty hard to do and hasn't happened, obviously. But I always believed in myself. Obviously, being healthy for a long period of time has really given me a perspective on how important it is to take care of your body and yourself. Obviously, there's certain things you can't control, and I just think that right now the most important thing is to stay healthy, and obviously that played a major factor into.
What do you think under Quinn's system that you have such a huge offense compared to previous years?
I mean, again, it's hard to say. I think the entire coaching staff and with Mike Kuhre came in, I think we got some rejuvenation, and I think the guys really bought into it and enjoyed it. And like I said, it was a tough year for us. We did not win very many games, and when you don't do that, when that's what everybody wants to do, it can easily go one way or another. But the coaching staff and especially my teammates, I think, made it really important that we come to the rink every day and put the work in and enjoy what we're doing. And we did that, and I think that's why a lot of us individually had pretty good years, even though team success was not at the level that we want, but we're still feeling like we're pulling in the same direction, and it gives us a sense of purpose. So I think that he handled that with his entire staff tremendously throughout the entire year.
How many teammates yet?
97.
Norris Trophy wins here next.
I don't know. That's a pretty tough one, and again, not something that has really ever crossed my mind. Like I said, I'm trying my hardest to enjoy the moment that I'm in. You start looking too far behind or too far ahead, then time moves even faster. And I've been in the league for 14 years now, and it still feels like it's my second.
What's a bigger honor, this or the Victoria Prize?
If you ask my dad, it's the Victoria Prize. Yeah. I mean, I haven't gone there and done that thing yet, but that's obviously another thing that means a lot to me, especially being in Sweden. And I don't get to spend as much time there as I would like anymore, but it doesn't mean that I'm still my home and place that I grew up in, and I hold it very dear. So I'm very much looking forward to going back to Sweden and enjoying that part too.
Excited to meet, or he's excited to meet the royal family?
He is, yes, very excited. I've met him a few times, so I might be a little bit more comfortable than him around him. So, but he is very much looking forward to that, yes. Past that, again, I think he's a perfect example of a guy that stays in the moment and enjoys what he's doing. That I don't know for a fact, but I'm sure that most of his creativity and his style of play comes from just enjoying the game of hockey, which is, like I said, I think very underrated and important thing to have as a player, no matter where you are, how old you are, and I hope he uses that. Yeah, I mean, I think we can all agree that he definitely has the talent level to be a top player in the league on a daily basis now. And again, I'm sure that same as me, he's excited for his future.
All right. Thanks, Erik.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate the time here.
All right, then. So there you go. Little chatter from Erik Karlsson post winning his third Norris Trophy. I'm not going to call the guy. I think I know who it is. Why you would ask him about pride jerseys after winning his third Norris, I don't know, but I'm not going to dump on anybody. Lord knows I've asked stupid questions in my time, but I would think time and place on that, and that definitely did not seem to be the right time or the right place to ask that question. But
they're
aside
trying
from
to get
that,
something in,
yeah, I mean, I hope to God that was just like an honest misread of the situation and not somebody who was purposely trying to stir the pot for clicks. I really hope that was the case. I feel like this whole warm-up jersey announcement from a couple weeks ago has
so
really
fucking stupid.
Well, see, this is something that I also wanted to get into.
Yeah.
I got a few things here. Let's look. We'll get to the jersey thing in a minute. We were talking about cup odds. So that being said, are you kind of there with Vegas? Like, you think San Jose is going to make another run for the border with Chicago and Montreal and Philly?
Well, I think Chicago's going to improve because they have so much cap space. They can't get.
You can have a lot of cap space if you don't spend it correctly. I'm just saying. I mean, you're going to have the best player out of the draft, but still.
Yeah, I just look at, if you move Erik Karlsson, how many of those games did he single-handedly play? I think he was on the board with 43 to 50% of all the goals this year.
I was going to say, I would venture to say that there are probably 12 to 15 games that without Karlsson, the Sharks don't have a hope in hell of winning.
And that's 10 wins.
Yeah.
And you're on the verge of breaking records for how much you suck.
Yeah. So you think so San Jose is on a race for the border for you right as it stands right now?
As it stands right now, unless they do something drastically.
All right.
Now, I would love to be wrong because I would love to grow a playoff beard again.
No, I think one more season of totally sucking might just get us there.
But hey, another Noah Gregor hat trick away.
Hey, now, no, a week of 3 straight wins.
Oh God!
Against Vegas and Arizona and Colorado.
Right. Seriously, come on.
June 12th. So again, this is just like shit that has just happened. We're cleaning house, people, is what we're doing. We're cleaning house. And in fact, before I go further, thanks to everybody who's joined us so far tonight. Yes. Want to mention that we will have Ian, Jewels, and Mark will have their Draftapalooza on Wednesday. So join us live at everything 4 Pacific it starts?
Yeah, 4 Pacific is when it starts.
Could go till 8 in the morning. We don't know.
We
so really don't.
They'll just roll right in around you.
They could. Dude, do not question Ian's result.
Yeah. No. And I'll be checking in from the draft party time to time on Wednesday.
Nice. Will you be buying the hat?
I don't know what hat it is, but if it's the Fanatics draft hat, no disrespect to the Sharks organization, that hat sucks. You don't even have the right striping on it. Back to you.
Follow it on Twitter, and we'll see. Did Erik buy the hat? On June 12th, The Athletic laid off a ton of NHL writers, including Sharks beat guy Corey Masisak. My comment on this, as if anybody gives a shit, it does suck to see The Athletic laying off so many. You don't want to see beat guys and everything. They're the ones that find these little nuggets in the back room that nobody talks about. Right. To see that a lot of them were NHL guys sucks as an NHL fan, but the sport at large, let's be honest, doesn't draw the eyes of the other big 3. So, I mean, but my other thing is, it was probably bound to happen. If you look at some of the lesser sites that literally borderline plagiarize them. I mean, you can look at the NBCS site, like the official site of the Sharks broadcast, the Athletic broadcast, that whoever was working there at the time, there was a group of people that would post on the NBCS website, and I always joke that it was like, whoever drew the short straw that morning had to be the person that wrote that day's Sharks article. But there were a couple times when Kevin Kurz was at The Athletic and would read what they wrote and would tweet out, "Are you guys serious with this?" Because it was borderline plagiarism, And so like they would take like the meat, they would take 70%, or just like they'd pull all the quotes out of Kurz's article, then add like a couple, like 2 or 3 sentences, usually like stats of the person that was being spoken about, and pass it off as their own article. And so, and at least in music, when you rip off somebody else's work, you have to pay them. Anybody remember? Did you ever see? Was it Godzilla? There was some movie where Puff Daddy did a song called "Come With Me."
And I know. Oh gosh,
was it Godzilla?
Yeah, and it had the background do.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin's Kashmir.
Thank you.
It was basically Puff Daddy rapping over Kashmir. It was so widely mocked that even Saturday Night Live did a bit where they had a skit where they played the "Come With Me," Puff Daddy's, and they're like, "Okay, guys, we have some ideas," and they literally like brought in 3 different instrumentals of like some of the most popular songs in the world, and they're like, "Okay, rapper, whoever was popular then, I don't know, fucking Jay-Z, who was big at the end of the 90s, Mace, whatever," and they literally played the song, and all the person did was like puts on the headphones, goes up to the microphone, waits, here's like the hook, and goes, "Yeah, yeah." Yes. Dude, it's a hit. And it's like, yeah, because it was a hit 30 years ago. But yeah.
Godzilla in 1998 from
there you go.
The Grease.
So thank you, The Grease. But anyway, my point being is that it's similar to the music industry in the late 90s with Napster and everything like that. Like, you have people that are doing quality work. They need to be paid for that work. And then you get assholes who they buy the subscription, and then they post it on all the social media channels, full top to bottom, so other people aren't buying it. And then you wonder, I don't understand why The Athletic is losing all these writers. It's sad. It's fucking sad. Shang has done a very good job, with what he has, with what he's got going. I understand. I am a huge fan of Shang's writing. I'm not a big fan of his website, only because dude has to make a buck. So. Right. It's inundated. You got to it's a maze of ads, but I understand it. I still support it. I still go through it. But
and Shang, hope you're having fun tonight in Nashville.
Yeah. But The Athletic, was sold as this whole thing of like, we're going to have quality. You're not going to get ads. And then what happened? They were bought out by the Journal. And within a month, all of a sudden you saw ads on there and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Was it the Journal?
No, New York Times.
Excuse me, New York Times. Yeah. I felt like I wasn't correct about that.
Right anyway, in that area. Yep.
June 21st. So just about a week ago. Fuck, it's going by quick, isn't it? A week ago, The Athletic put out the NHL team attendance tracker. This is going to blow your mind. Boy. Blow your mind. So on the good side, your top 5: Vegas, Boston, Colorado, Seattle, and Tampa. So you're like looking at that going, okay, so you're telling me the teams responsible for the last 4 cup wins are drawing well? What a shock. And then, the other team that drew really well, Boston. Oh, you mean that team that set the points record? And then, the NHL's brand newest team, they also drew well. I am shocked. Like, when you win, it's good. Bottom 5, Anaheim, Chicago, Buffalo, San Jose, Florida. Who does Florida have to blow to fill their barn?
It's the same thing with the Sharks in 2016. Their basketball team just steals their thunder.
Well, is that what it was? Because the Heat went to the fucking ship too?
Yeah.
God, yeah, but this was regular season though. But obviously the Heat would have had to have done well to get there.
That and look at the regular season the Panthers had.
Look at where the arena for the Heat is located versus where the arena for the Panthers.
No, that's another good point too. And this might be a little controversial, but you look at where the arena is in San Jose and go, it's not San Francisco now that nice, bright, shiny Chase Center is.
There's a lot of people. If you've been to San Francisco lately, it's not a place that on my fucking vacation list.
Unless it's Third and King or maybe down around there.
About Third and King. That's about as far as I'm willing to go.
No, I love the city. I love.
Anyway.
There's two restaurants I would go to, but now it's a little sus.
The other thing that should be noted, San Jose, they finished dead last. They were the only team to not break 80% selling at their barn on the season.
Ouch.
But now, to be fair, it should be noted, Warriors had a very competitive season this year, went to the playoffs. 49ers were an amazing story to watch this season with 3 different quarterbacks.
Yep.
The Giants were, obviously, we're talking spring training shit like that, but there were some notable names. People were like, really? Okay, kind of interesting. There was the whole, who was that? There was the talk of Aaron Judge, right? But then who was the other schmo that failed his physical?
Oh, Carlos Correa.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of talk about them in February, March. And then the one thing that I don't think anybody gives enough credence to, the Barracuda have a brand new building, and so I think that took some people, a very small, margin, but still, I think it's enough. But anyway, it still just goes back to the whole thing of okay, Anaheim, Chicago, Buffalo, San Jose. So 4 of the worst teams in the league drew the worst in attendance. The best 5 teams over the last 2 years drew the best. Okay, so in other words, 2 + 2 = 4. Oh, got it. We're good. All right.
And looking into the chat, Ian saying Seattle is a lot of fun this year. Ruben saying the thing with San Jose, it's an easy in and out since SJC's 8 minutes away.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
Hold on, 8 minutes. You lazy bastard. How slow are you driving?
Yeah, no. It sucks. And, here's my thing about, if we were to, throw up our hands in the air about how we would want Erik Karlsson traded. You move Erik Karlsson somewhere else. Who are you putting on the banners? Logan?
Hurdle.
Is Hurdle going to be around? There's talk about him going to Seabus.
Tomas Hurdle? Who the fuck is saying that? Mike Greer literally said he's the one guy who's not leaving.
Does it involve the 3rd overall pick? That's my only guess.
You really think? Who the fuck is saying Columbus is about to raise?
I saw it on our Discord earlier today.
Well, dude, you know what? I saw. I mean, if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Dickie Dunn wrote it. It must be true.
No, who the fuck is saying this?
I didn't see it, but
why in the world would Columbus throw the 3rd pick for Hurdle when they're building? Well, I mean, okay, I can sit there and go, well, the Gaudreau thing completely has not worked out. Maybe they're in kind of a holy shit, we need to fix this shit now. How old is Hurdle right now? 30? 31?
I believe so. No, he's entering year 10. So what?
29?
29, 30. He'll be 30 in this season.
Okay. Is that really the fucking play when you could get potentially, because there's been a lot of chatter that Anaheim may say, fuck Fantilli, we're getting Mishkov. And you're going to tell me that Columbus is going to go, oh, you can give us Fantilli? Thank you. Ruben is saying no chance Hurdle goes to Columbus. No way in hell. See, doesn't Hurdle have a no trade?
Hurdle has a limited no trade.
Yeah, well, no. Doesn't he have full no trade now for the first half, and then after the 3rd or 4th year, it opens to a 3 or a 10 team? That's what I remember.
I'm looking. Hang on.
It was, if I remember correctly, it was full no move for the first half of the deal, and then after 4 years, it opens to a 3 or a 5 or a 10. Yeah, well, get that cap friendly rolling, my bud.
My thinking is that maybe he realizes, just like Karlsson's, shit, I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Oh, come on. He's not that dumb. He is so not that dumb. So looking at it, no move this year, no move next season, starting 25-26. So for the first 3 years of it, so last season, this coming season, and the season after, full no move. After that, starting 25-26, it's modified no trade. So it's 25-26, or I'm sorry, the 25-26, 27-28.
3-team
so for the
trade list.
For three, yeah, it's a 3-team trade list for the middle 3 years, and then the last 2 years it's a 15-team trade list. So either way, that's dude, I don't know what the fuck they're smoking to sit there and say, Columbus is going to trade their third for Hurdle. Get the fuck out of here. All right, that was a fun little chuckle. Thank you for that.
Hey, all I'm saying is if Karlsson's going to get moved with a no move, Hurdle can be like, yeah, for sure, I don't want to move.
Again, it's one of those things where, Ian is saying Potsline, I guess, is the one who stirred this up, and he's pretty plugged in, though, so it could be interesting. I still don't buy it. Not after what Greer, was saying. I don't buy it. I feel like Hurdle is going to be a lifelong Shark.
I would want him to be, but I also wanted Karlsson to stay around to be that defensive guy, because one of the things that I always remember Jerk talking about with Timo is you're going to be. You remember that Timo Meyer guy? I don't even think he has a contract yet. But one of the things Jerk's always said about you're going to be, searching for years to find another Timo.
Not if you get Mitchkov.
But Mitchkov's not from Boston.
Yeah, that does piss me off. That's what I'm so worried about getting Smith. Because we keep making the jokes. It's like, he's got Boston ties. Oh, then he's definitely going to be on San Jose. Like, I'm tired of making that joke because it keeps becoming proven true every time.
And it's funny.
Annoying.
And it's funny with the Chicago-Boston trade today. I think it was Ian Mitchell who was with the Hawks, now going to Bruins. Oh, Jim Montgomery, there's that tie with him and Denver University.
Well, let me ask you this, and I'll put it to the chat as well for the people on the chat. Let's oh shit, Chris up in the house. What up,
Chris?
Kevin Lacey pointing out Mitchkov's a midget compared to Timo. That's true, but
true.
It's not the days of the 03, 04, 05 NHL. I remember they talked to Paul Kuhre not that long ago, asking him, man, would you rather be playing today, versus your era when there was so much clutch and grab? Like, wouldn't you have much more free space? And dude, Paul Kuhre went, no, they're a lot faster than I was. Everybody's
he
faster
had some
than
jets.
I was. Yeah, and he's like, I could pile on these guys because they're all these 6'4" Neanderthals, and I could squeeze around them. He goes, now they'd all catch me. They'd all blow by me. So let me ask you this then. If say that, and again, I hate doing the fucking mock bullshit. It's so retarded. I fucking hate it.
Get ready, folks. Here comes mock draft 2.0.
I'm not mocking it. I'm not going to mock draft it. I just want to ask, for shits and giggles, if overwhelming predictions wisdom proves to be true, and Fantilli, Karlsson, and Bedard are off the board at 4. Would you take Mitchkov or somebody else? I'm not even going to say, like, you can sit there and pull Ryan Leonard at your ass and be like, hey, they're calling him the third Kachuk guy. Like, no. Like, you can take literally anybody or Mitchkov if Fantilli, Karlsson, and Bedard are off the board. What's your play there?
So here's my thing.
I literally asked him basically a yes or no question.
I'm trying to think. I know. I would.
But nothing happens.
Right. I'd go Mitchkov.
Okay. I am of the same thing. I'm like, you know what? Swing for the fences, because once in a while you're going to get all ball.
Right.
And clearly that didn't happen with Ryan Merkley. But I appreciated the swing because it felt like it was the first time in a while the Sharks took the bat off their shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'm taking Mitchkov.
Okay,
if available.
Now let me ask you this. Let's say the Ducks take Michkov at 2.
Then you best available.
Best available.
Fantilli or Karlsson.
Who would you rather have? Chat, join us in this conversation here.
It's not who would I rather have. It's best available. Who would I rather have? Bedard.
Oh,
but
obviously.
It's best available. Yeah. So if you're telling me that, that Bedard's obviously going to be off the board. If you're saying Anaheim takes Michkov, it's going to be a combination of Fantilli, Karlsson, whoever. But, I mean, there's people saying Zach Benson could jump up that high. Ryan Leonard could stand out. It's just the whole of best player available. There's also been talk of, who was it? There's somebody trying to cobble together picks to like get 4 or 5. Who was that?
Was it Montreal was trying to go move up?
Nope, not Montreal, not Philly. I don't think it was Philly. There was some, oh God, there's been a couple of things that there's some team that was like trying to cobble together some shit to either try to get 2, 4, or 5. Who's drafted? Let me see. Hold on. Let's pull this up real quick here. NHL 2023 draft order, and I want to say, was it Philadelphia? It might have been Philadelphia.
Kevin Lacey mentioning if Fantilli actually fell to 4, can you imagine the offers Greer would receive in the 5-minute window?
Well, I think it was, you know what? I'm thinking it might have been Philly because Philly has the 7th and the 22nd pick. So it was like cobbling both of those together to move to like 4. And is that a play that Greer entertains? And it's like, especially and again, I hate doing this hypothetical bullshit. I fucking hate it.
Mock draft 3.0.
If Bedard, Michkov, and Fantilli are off, and they're not that high on Smith, they're not, like they think Karlsson is good, but hey, you know what? Whoever we're going to get at 7th, they're going to be comparable, and you're going to give me a 22nd on top of it when we already have 26 and 36? But I'm pretty sure what I read, it was Philly taking both of their first-round picks, sandwiching those to move up from 7 to 4, possibly 2. Obviously, if they're moving to 2, Philly's going to add in a little more. But we saw what Greer did last year moving down. Would he, if his eye is on the prize and it's Michkov, and he's not there because Anaheim pulls, maybe he entertains that idea.
But if Fantilli's at 4, I think you got to grab him.
And I would agree. But okay, say it's Bedard, Michkov, and Fantilli. So is Karlsson the one that keeps you at 4, or do you sit there and go, hey, you know what? I'm fine moving down 3 spots and picking up the 22nd as well.
Yeah.
Kevin Lacey in the chat. It would take 2 top 10 picks to ever get me to consider trading for.
In this draft, I could totally see that.
The best part of all of this bullshit, all of this ridiculous hyperbole, which again, I hate getting into. I want to see what the best part would be is there's like 2 out of like 2,000 mock drafts that have been done. There's like 2 that have Michkov going second. So just you're going to blow 1,900 mock drafts out of the fucking water on the second pick.
Well, it's not that. How many brackets were there when Florida upset Boston
and Seattle?
Yeah,
upset Colorado. Yeah, no, of course. But I just get a big kick out of the whole thing. It's like, dude, I saw something posted like in the last day or so. It was a mock draft through all 7 fucking rounds. I'm like, who has the time? Like 1 through 32? Sure.
AJ, when the hockey season's over,
there's literally that little to do. I get it. Holy fuck. And the whole thing is that once a trade happens, it's over.
Right.
It's just anyway.
But
finish it off and then we got to move on.
Yeah, no, looking at Ricky Barton Slager, I would take 6 and 12 from Arizona for 4 in a heartbeat. You have
that's not bad.
Jack Olson.
Isn't Arizona swimming in picks?
Well, yeah, they're swimming in picks too.
Don't they have like 24 this draft?
Right. Jack Olson saying, I would love Ryan Leonard if a trade down was involved. Obviously has that power game and tenacity that easy for me to say. Chuck displayed that is so important.
Just in tight.
Yeah, thank you. He also has a good two-way game, shot, and playmaking ability. That kind of sounds like some guy who wore 11 here for a while. So.
Yeah. So we'll all find out what happens on Wednesday. If you want to find out what happens with us live,
join us.
Yeah. Ian, Jewels, and Mark are going to be talking it all up for, let's see if they can break last year's record, because last year's record, not going to lie, pretty fucking impressive.
Yes.
So let's finish off some other stuff that has happened over this last month. We're going to touch on just a few little things. In case you fucking missed it, in case you live under a rock, the NHL is, Gary Bettman was part of the NHL. They're not going to wear specialty jerseys during warm-ups anymore.
Oh, here we go. All right.
I mean, honestly, like it's the fact of, on one hand, I'm like, it sucks because it brings a lot of attention, at least on that night, what it's about. And on the other hand, I'm like, oh, big fucking deal. And the first thing that got me was the mass spreading of misinformation. I don't know how many goddamn articles I saw that said NHL bans warm-up jerseys, and it's like, there's more context to it than that. It's like, they're not going to wear specialty jerseys during warm-ups. They haven't banned the specialty jerseys, but the way that they worded those articles, they made it sound like they did. And it's kind of, look, the teams, they can still make the jerseys. They're still going to auction them. The players that want to wear them can wear them during the morning practice. They still sign them. They still get auctioned. I know some people going, oh, they're not going to make near as much money because they weren't worn during warm-up. Dude, I've seen some of these jerseys going for $2,500, and charity is charity. I've also seen jerseys over the last season or two that were worn during warm-ups that didn't get a single fucking bid. And they were worn during warm-ups. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, give me a fucking break. So they're still going to get worn. They're still going to be auctioned. Is this the best compromise? You can debate it. I still think the spotlight should be on the cause, but no one loves clickbait more than the NHL media at large, and this got them a ton of clicks last season. But this conversation has a lot of nuance, and last season was so binary. It's like, if you wear the jersey, you're an ally. You don't wear it, you're a bigot, or you're a racist, or whatever here. And, dude, we don't know what that particular player has been through, nor is it our business. But the point is, the media and the selective outrage and virtue signaling by the SJKWs blew this out of proportion. I'd rather see the positive stories get this much traction, but they never seem to do. But look, the thing that's really going to bake my noodle is that when that first specialty jersey starts to roll out, I guarantee you the stories that are written about it, they're going to put in this whole thing of like, not worn during warm-ups because of this and blah, blah, blah. But I'll tell you, you know who nailed it today? Steve Stamkos. Did you see what he had to say?
Go ahead.
He goes, obviously a tricky situation. I think guys should have the right to do what they want. I think that the thing that is disappointing is when you had players who decided not to wear the jersey for warm-up, they were the headline of the story. It wasn't the 99% of other players that wore the jersey and enjoyed wearing it and were proud wearing it, whatever jersey it was, whether it was Pride or Military, Cancer Nights, guys take a lot of pride in wearing those types of jerseys. And listen, it should be your decision, but the story shouldn't be about the guy that didn't wear it or the one or two guys that didn't. I know that's the world we live in where that's the story. It's not the success part. That seems to get lost in a lot of the mainstream media these days. I understand that's what gets clicks and that's what gets views, but the word distraction gets thrown around, and I don't think it had to have been a distraction. It could have been a non-issue while focusing on the good that was coming out of those nights and the money that was being raised and the players that did wear the jerseys those nights.
Right.
And I think that's been the unfortunate part of it all. Fucking dude, Stamkos, buddy.
Now,
Dude, I want to fucking print that and hang it back here.
Now, did you see what Aesthetics put out the other day? Aesthetics?
Yeah, no, Aesthetics also hit the nail on the head.
You know, it's the thing.
Again, it's the negativity thing. That's what gets the clicks, so that's what we're going to focus on.
Well, of course, but we're letting 6 players now all of a sudden dictate change in policy in
Soon
the
to be
NHL.
5. You think Reimer's going to be? No, I'm kidding.
Well, that's true. Yeah, good luck. But I mean, the optics of it all, of 6 players who you said, I'm not comfortable wearing it, and
Fine.
okay, fine, that's
Don't wear
fine.
it.
Don't wear it. You know, we'll keep you out. You want to make sure
No,
you
don't even
stand.
keep them out.
No.
There's no reason to keep them out. They don't want to wear that particular jersey. Fine, wear your normal jersey.
Yeah,
It's
you're just going to stand out a little bit more, right? But
yeah,
here's
but they're going to stand a little bit more. But you know what? Who's going to make the big deal out of it? The media.
well, it's going to pop out. Of course, it's going to stick
but
out.
the-
So then
but
you
but
then
the
you have to
media's
ask,
they're going to do the clicks.
right? But
No, do they need to ask at this point? It's like it's clear they don't support it.
yeah, but what this did was trigger a trickle down effect. You know, you saw in baseball, freaking who the hell the Dodger was? Can we have God
it's the
hats?
pitcher. It's the pitcher.
Kershaw.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, you're trying to let them come in, and the amount of crap that's been on the ice. And I remember specifically, I think it was Minnesota Pittsburgh in the Stanley Cup Final, how on the bench, Kevin Stevens and Brian Trottier were just throwing out gay F bombs to Minnesota's Brian Bellows. Or hell, I'll even use that Ted Lasso episode when the AFC Richmond captain goes into the stands after he hears the gay F word after knowing what Colin's gone through. There's those
What
things.
did you say, bruv?
Love that show. I mean, but the thing,
I would like the ball. Pass the ball to me. I'm open. I would like the ball, please.
my point is, and we've discussed this off air numerous times. It might sound trite where it's a thing, but having it in front of people during warm-ups on camera where they're live for pregame will make a difference. And it sucks that it does, because yeah, you want them to have these jerseys in sale. And I even came from the artist standpoint. I think her name is Flyers Twitch on Twitter, made the unbelievable Canucks Pride jersey. I think she also did the Knights and the Kings jerseys this year for the Pride jerseys.
I gotta say that Devils one was next.
That
level,
Devils
too.
ones was great too. But that sucks because now we don't get to see that on ice. And as a guy who saw, you know, on a far less level of importance, who got to see his design on the ice, that's something special. To not just for the artist, but for the people that it's trying to come through and contact, or the benefit, whoever gets going to benefit. Yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit of a hit, you know, and it just fucking sucks.
But I do understand from another perspective that I can understand that some people are just kind of like, I look at sports as like an escape from the real world.
Sure.
The last thing I want is like political or whatever, this type of stuff being thrown in my face. Like I just came here to watch hockey. On that, I can also understand that aspect of it. to me, this seems like a good compromise, which I feel as though we haven't had enough. It seems like over the last 5-6 years, everything has been, it's either black or white. It's either off or on. It's one or the other, where this is compromise. The players aren't going to wear them during warm-up, yet the players that want to wear them during morning skate will be allowed, and they'll sign it. The charities will still have money raised for them because they will be worn, they will be autographed, they will be amazing designs. To me, and then this also gives that evening the opportunity to have the good spotlighted instead of it being focused on one player that wouldn't wear it. You know what I mean? I think this is a good compromise. Is every compromise the best overall thing? No, but that's what compromise is.
And Chris mentioning sports is an escape for me too, but I just don't get triggered by jerseys during a warm-up.
So, I'm the same way, but dude, unfortunately we live in a fucking society where people literally sit on their fucking phone waiting to bitch about something, waiting until their delicate sensibility is offended, so then they can start screaming to, the heavens. That's literally all they do, is they wait. Again, the social justice keyboard warrior, the virtual signaler. That's all they sit there. God, how fucking miserable it must be to be that person. To just sit there and wait to pounce on something else. I feel horrible. And you know what the thing is? Mm-hmm. Well, it's like, I don't even know if I want to say this. But it's just, I could understand if it were, I hope this isn't taken the wrong way.
Oh boy.
If the vast majority of people that were tweeting about the decision that Bettman made, that, okay, you know what, we feel the best thing is to just not have jerseys aside from, their regular jerseys, no wearing of specialty jerseys during warmups. If the vast majority of the people that were coming out with their selective outrage about this, if they were people that were LGBTQ, or if they were cancer survivors, or if they were military, or, the jerseys that these go out of the way to recognize, if they were the vast majority of the ones complaining, I would say you need to listen to these people. The thing is, the vast majority of the people complaining, it's none of those. It's the virtue signalers. It's the ones that are waving, going, look, I'm an ally. Look at me. Look at me. It's them wanting attention, which invariably takes away from the cause to begin with. It's the whole bit that Anthony Jeselnik had, that whenever there is a disaster, whether it was the terrible disaster that happened in Vegas, their first season, that country concert outdoors, mm-hmm. whether it's 9/11, whether it's Uvalde, some sort of mass shooting, what do you see? You see a bunch of people go on social media, my thoughts and prayers are with, but that means fuck all. That means nothing. It means less than nothing. All it says to anybody with half a brain goes, don't forget about me today. That's what it says. Typing thoughts and prayers takes you 12 seconds. It does fuck all, So to me, it's the same. It's very much a similar thing, that we live in this society now. And I didn't want to get this deep into this shit, but we live in this society where it's virtue signaling. It's look at me. I'm an ally. Look at how great I am. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? As they say, actions speak louder than words. And I'm sorry, you moving your thumbs for a couple seconds mean fuck all. So I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, did you know that Patrick Marleau was hired as a player development coach? Were you sure?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Oh, cool. We have another Mike Ricci.
Or Tommy Wingles?
Or Evgeny Nabokov?
Or
cool.
Mike Ricci?
Great.
Yeah. I mean, dude, nobody figures out ways to hire former players like the NHL, dude. Nobody. They're so good at it.
It's the good boys club. Oh God, something different happened. Oh God, what am I going to do?
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Tell me who's in the front office with the LA Kings.
Rob Blake
And
Luc Robitaille.
Feels like they might have been former Kings at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
How are they doing so far?
They're getting better, dude. Dude, hey, Andrei Kopitar won an award. Not the one that you like really want to win, but
no, he's got 2 of those.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But I still kind of believe in LA. Hey, they got rid of Quick, right? They're on the come up. I don't know. I feel like they might be another season away, but let's see how their draft works out on Wednesday. That's another draft I'm really interested, because I think LA, their rebuild came along quicker than they expected. So,
and Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Hey, now
is he on his way? So we'll see. Poor thing, he's going to try to speak French in LA and be like, huh?
Okay, dude. On the 23rd, same day that the Sharks hired Patrick Marleau.
He's missed talking on the podcast, guys. Forgive him.
Dude, there's a lot of shit that happened.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, the San Jose mayors, both current and former. You had Ron Gonzalez, Sam Liccardo. Who was the who was the one after Hammer?
Ron Gonzalez.
Yeah. Okay. So it was Ron Gonzalez. Okay. Who was between Ron Gonzalez and Sam Liccardo then? Oh, white bald guy. I can see him, but
well,
anyway,
that narrows it down.
Yeah, but either way, the current mayor, Matt Mahon, along with the 4 previous mayors, have evidently are making a pitch to the MLB to get San Jose a Major League Baseball team.
Okay. So how's that Google campus going then?
No, I don't even look at it that. My first thing is, if San Jose was going to get a baseball team, wouldn't it be the fucking Athletics? Doesn't the San Francisco Giants own this territory?
So here's the thing, which I found out today was very interesting. So the LA market with the Angels and Dodgers, the Yankees and the Mets, they share the territorial rights. Why is the Bay Area so different? That's the biggest question.
Because of what happened in the early 90s with the Giants threatening to move. The Haas family, the Athletics were nice enough to make this concession in order to keep them here. And then when it came time for the Giants to return the favor, the Giants were like, nah, we good, which I think was a real dick move.
It still is a dick move. They should have said, we'll let you go to San Jose.
I'm a Giants fan, but I think that was a dick move.
Yeah.
And Ruben, Ruben coming in with my point, and put them where? You going to scrape the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds? You're going to put them next to, you're going to put them where what's the amusement park next to Levi's? Great America. You're going to put them at Great America? Because that's going to be scraped in 5 years. Put them across the street from Levi's. I mean, those are the only places you can put them if Google's buying up everything. So exactly. That was my whole thing. It's like, first, job 1, get over the San Francisco territorial rights. Job 2, where?
Oh, if Google's going to sit on their butts about, building their campus, put it where Cisco Field was supposed to be in San Jose. And it's right by Diridon.
And that would be a great thing because obviously Google has to do some serious reassessment on their whole fucking plan. So, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, which ties into also on the 23rd, plan to demolish historic San Jose sites for temporary SAP Center parking draws outrage. So there's a little splot of land that's kitty corner from the tank, the entrance to the back end, like where the semis load in for where the players come in.
Yeah,
where
if you've been in the back lot. Yeah,
the corner of what is that? Autumn and St. John?
Yeah.
Something like that. So kitty corner from that, there's a spotch of land that evidently is looking at being scraped to build at least some sort of temporary parking structure to make way for what could be the parking that could be lost from the Google stuff. To me, I immediately go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why not make that some sort of Google building at the same level or whatever? Why are you ripping up a parking lot over here to build office space to build a parking lot over here? Like, just build the office space here and leave the parking lot alone. It doesn't make any sense. And you're going to put the parking lot into an area that is much more difficult to access. It's creating more traffic. Like, I don't understand what the idiots are doing with this whole downtown project. Well, it's like they've never owned a fucking car before.
Well, hey, remember, let's bike to games. Hey, let's use that use that great Santa Cruz public transportation to get to San Jose. Oh, wait, that's only Highway 17.
So stupid.
Look, the thing is, and in fact, part of the space, is where that alternate parking spot is, right where the warehouse sale was last weekend.
Yeah, it's very much part of that. It's corner of Autumn and St. John. And then what's funny is there were some opponents to it that sat there and said, that's, it shouldn't be a parking garage. If anything, that should be like a beer garden and some sort of entertainment spot for people that go to events at the Tank. Now, number one, I completely agree with you. Number two,
Yep.
let's take it a step further. Let's put that at Arena Green, like literally across the street.
You're not even using that for anything. You got to do something with Arena Green.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, when's the last time the frickin' merry-go-round was open? The visitor center at the Guadalupe River. I think it's been burned twice.
Yeah.
Chris saying pave paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yeah.
Practically. Yeah.
Something else that happened last week that actually Erik and I were discussing before we came on. Has anybody seen one of these? This is what everybody going to a game in March of 2020. No, I'm sorry, April of 2020. Fan Appreciation Night. This is what everybody was supposed to get who came into the door. And here we are 3 years later, finally seeing it for what it is. Beautiful. Hurdle bobblehead. Even got the red stick right. Love that aspect of it. I love that detail. Because Chief plays with the red Reebok stick. Love that. But then you've even found like some old goodies like this beautiful cap, the 25th patch, and bobblehead, $1, hat, $1. Now you want to take it to a step further? Check this, peeps. Are you a wine drinker, wine connoisseur? Sometimes you need a little decanter, if you will. Look at that. Decanter with the Sharks logo on it. Hell yeah. And a beautiful, present box. And then like Chris, my drinker in the house, my beer buddy, if you will. Peep this. Dude, look at this wood. I've got wood. Do you have wood? Look at this wood.
Boing.
Just slide that open. Oh, look at that. 2 beer flutes. Couple cork coasters in there. We love the cork soakers. You know what I'm saying? But a couple cork coasters and a nice, beautiful metal bottle opener here. And again, a beautiful. I'm going to assume that this was a season ticket holder gift at one point, as was the decanter.
I'll break out the glassware Amanda got at the sale. These classic NHL 2000 glasses, which were like $1 a piece.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So, dude, and Ruben's saying, why the hell wasn't that sale advertised? It was, dude. It was all over their social media. Fucking warehouse sale, dude. It was. I pulled up. Now, first up, you know what the what the surefire tip off should have been that this is not your normal sale is the fact that it started at 8 in the fucking morning. I was like, what? 8 in the morning? And then when I pulled up, I'm used to the sidewalk sale that they had done a couple weeks earlier, but that was them. That was basically Aramark trying to get rid of overabundance
Merch.
of T-shirts and like T-shirts and Sharky plushes and shit like that. This was okay. Here's the thing that will bake your noodle the most.
Oh boy, here he comes.
They literally had enough furniture that if you had the space, if you had a garage or decent sized room, they had the end tables, the love seat, the couch, the high bar height stools,
Yep.
the desk chair type chairs, that you basically were a sink and a TV away from fashioning your garage to make it look exactly like a penthouse suite.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. And here's the part that'll really bake the noodle.
Oh, we're getting crispy here.
Butter your toast. Erik and I, we know of a couple people who shall remain Paul and Mitch, and they know
And
a couple
Logan.
and they know a couple people. The motherfuckers bought a used Zamboni at this sale. I don't know what they paid for it. I don't know how the hell they got the fucking thing home.
Oh,
but
I have
they
I know
bought
info on
a
that.
Zamboni.
I know. I'm gonna say one, it's propane. Two, it was 3 digits, and
That's it?
Yeah, and it's going.
Well, I'm sorry. You're saying that thing was $999 or less?
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
You
but
just said
yes.
it was 3 digits.
I'm just gonna leave how much it was.
It was
but
less than $1,000?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm a little upset as to why they needed now here's the thing. I'm upset as to know why did it take 4 people to pay that off when Mitch on like a regular day will drop like $2,000 on a jersey, no problem. He needs help paying for $1,000 Zamboni.
The equipment sale happened before this.
I don't
so
give a fuck.
there are credit cards.
Give me a break,
there
dude.
are credit cards that are maxed out right now.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Dude, I hope they treat that. Did you ever see that Big Bang Theory where they all buy like some time machine from some TV show?
Yes.
And they're like they're gonna put it at Raj's place for 2 weeks, and then Howard's place for that's what this reminded me of.
I think I know
I'm like,
where it's
are they
going,
storing this?
but I don't want to say where. But all I said was I just want to ride on that and it'll be fun. But it was so at Sharks Ice there was like that decorative one. It had like Nabby and I think Boyle and such. That was like by the back door. It's that one.
Yeah. No, it's very cool, dude. So just to let you know, this was this equipment sale, or I'm sorry, it wasn't an equipment sale. It wasn't an equipment sale. It wasn't a whatever. This was a warehouse sale. It was them literally clearing out the warehouse of shit that was so old. Like I said, Puck Guy just showed you a glass that literally has the NHL 2000 logo on it 23 years ago. All right. I picked up a couple pint glasses that had the original Sharks logo and the original Western Conference, like the patch from the All-Star jerseys this year. Yeah, but, from when they were originally from the 90s.
Right.
So I picked up a couple of those pint glasses, got the Hurdle bobblehead, got the hat, but like I said, got the beer case, got the wine decanter. But you see this beautiful photo on this foam core of Patrick Marleau behind me? If you've ever been to the club level, you'll walk around, you'll see like those under glass, different things. They had like a shit ton of those available. So I bought like 7 of those. And these are like, I want to say 32 by 32, somewhere in that ballpark, give or take. But I also got one that was like a 7 foot tall by like 30 inches wide Sandus Ozolinch. It's huge. And here's the thing, and we're going to hold on. That's the best buy someone's gotten since we actually off the angry AJ tree. You right? But now, time to go to eBay now. Yeah, you might be right, dude. You might be right. But here's the cool thing. All right, Sharks fans, if you remember the COVID season, if I remember correctly, March
yes.
21st, 2020,
Jerk
the
had
San
tickets.
Jose, as did I, San Jose Sharks were supposed to play the Boston Bruins, and that was Uprising night. That was the night that they were going to do the beautiful Uprising jerseys on the ice. That was going to be the giveaway. And they still ended up auctioning off the Uprising jerseys, but the game was never played. The jerseys were never handed out. And then if you pay attention to your Sharks history, they actually took some of those jerseys that were supposed to be given away and they tried to sell them to raise money.
Right.
And I'll be the first to say that I didn't think that was a good look. You know, that I get it. I'm all down for charity, but you're selling something that was supposed to be a giveaway. Then they also had some players sign. Either way, bottom line is I got my hand on a box of those. So I got 50 of those Uprising jerseys that were never given away. We're going to give them away here on Teal Town, USA. So over the course of the 23-24 season, After Dark, Pucknologists, whoever, every once in a while, we're going to throw in a jersey here and there. There's definitely going to be one giveaway every episode of the Pucknologists this season. We're going to figure out a way to give away one, at least one.
Hey, just make sure to set one aside for Jerk and myself. I mean, we were promoting the hell out of that Uprising jersey before COVID hit.
Oh, dude, we're all over it. I loved it. So, woo. Anyway, dude, but anyway, that warehouse sale was amazing. It wouldn't surprise me if they try to do another one because maybe people were busy that weekend. They try to get rid of some more stuff. I will say, there was a shit ton of banners that they sold. Dude, a popcorn maker was sold from the concourse. All right. If it wasn't nailed down, there were 2 road cases that they used to transfer for $20 a piece. So yeah. And Richard Perez saying the Uprising jerseys were sold for $100 a pop on Network. Okay. So that's what it was. And I understand it was to raise charity.
Right.
Still, to me, I don't think that's a good look for something that we all knew was going to be a giveaway, and all of a sudden you're trying to. Either way, I understand it's for a good cause. It's fine. But, dude, those road cases. My buddy Brett was going, I could use some extra storage. He's trying to figure out a way to figure out how to talk himself into grabbing one of those, especially at that price point. But you're talking, they had chairs. Office type chairs. You'd go into a Staples or something, it'd be $175 and they're dumping them for $10. The lunch boxes, right? Those lunch boxes that everybody loved this season. One for $1, a box of them for $20. I don't even know how many was in a box, but it was at least 30.
Yeah, probably 25 or 30 or 40.
No, I think it was more like 40, but for $20. And that would make sense, $1 a piece or 50 cents each if you buy an entire box. Holy hell. And then tons of bobbleheads. Oh my God, those Roy Sommer cowboy bobbleheads. Nobody wanted those. They still had Brent Burns. What was it? The Burns Thornton
barber shop.
Yeah, the barbershop
from the commercial.
Bobbles. It was amazing how much shit they had. Hell, they even had at one point, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I saw something SaberCats related.
There were some I think there was a SaberCats bobblehead. I think there was a SaberCats water bottle. I think there were Bay Area.
There's a couple Bay Area Panthers. Yeah,
Bay Area Panthers do-rags the ones that Brandon Crawford always wears.
Dude, I gotta be honest, dude. I was a little pissed that I didn't find any Rhino shit.
Oh, dude, that would have been great.
Oh, dude, that would have been
yeah, no,
dude, I would have been popping a rod. But did you say do-rag?
Yeah, do-rag. Oh, he's. Oh no,
you're not talking about the Panthers, are you?
The Bay Area Panthers. Oh boy,
the Bay Area Panthers. Dude, I got to tell you, I didn't buy this. When I grabbed a fucking box that I thought was empty and started throwing shit into it. And then when I emptied it out when I got home, I go, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh, look at that. Bay Area Panthers. This is great.
Oh, man.
Who was the indoor soccer team that we had?
The San Jose Grizzlies.
There you go.
Hell, where's the San Jose Lasers? Jennifer Azzi jersey.
Stanford alum.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this warehouse sale was phenomenal. And if you ever see that again and you want to pick up some cool shit, take a number and get in line behind me because I'm going to be there first. Oof.
But yeah, like the picture behind AJ with Patrick Marleau. Yeah, I have a Pat Falloon one, and for $10 to have kind of a piece of history at the Shark Tank. I mean, if they actually had seats, like actual seats from the bowl.
There was a net. There was a practice net out there too that they had available.
Oh, that was long gone.
Swag, no spiders, no Bulls swag. You know why? Because neither of those teams ever played at the. Well, didn't the Bulls play like one exhibition game or something?
Yeah, the Bulls played one. Yeah.
Yeah. So any hoodles. That's about it. Again, NHL awards. Look, Karlsson got his third. That's awesome. Not Blake Shelton. What was the guy's fucking name again?
Dirks Bentley.
Yeah, Dirks Benedict. What's his name? Bentley. Dude, I don't listen to country, dude. I can't stand country music.
Oh, God.
But his kid was so annoying. But Biz and Friedman, they were the only entertaining. I like that better. They were the only entertaining things tonight. But you easily could have done this shit in 60 minutes. There's no need to drag that over fucking 2 hours.
It's a show. You know how it is.
Snooze fest. Snooze.
Wait till Wednesday.
Ugh. Oh, speaking of Wednesday, like I said, Jewels, Mark, and Ian going to be here doing the whole 570-hour show that we're going to talk about. When's that shit start? 3 o'clock?
That starts at 4 p.m. on Wednesday on our YouTube channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Those Potsers aren't going to start until 4?
Well, that's when the whole thing starts.
Oh, look at shit. Jerry F. coming in hot. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Jerry
that,
F.
Appreciate that, man.
Don't worry, we got a lot of content coming out this week. So
word around the campfire is Eric and I might be here less than 24 hours from now talking about the NHL schedule.
I can plan my life for the next 9 months. It's going to be awesome.
Well, here's the really weird thing, is that a particular person of stature who would know told me at the sale. If you go and look at the calendar, last time I looked, Friday the 13th in October, that's the opening night for the Barracuda.
Dear God, if they put the Sharks home opener on the 13th.
No. I said no. Here's the fucked up thing, is I was told, and Dank, thank you so much, sir. Or madam, I don't know. I don't mean to assume. I was told that the opener for the Barracuda is the 13th. They are also playing the 14th. And this person said to me, he goes, oh, man, isn't that going to be a great weekend? Barracuda 13th, 14th, and then the Sharks open on the 15th. And I went, I didn't think about it at the time. And I'm like, I got home and I looked, I go, the Sharks going to open on a Sunday? That doesn't sound right. But then I looked up SAP's events. SAP has an event booked Sunday night. So they're not playing at SAP Sunday. So I'm wondering if he got something wrong, if it's the Barracuda open on the 13th, but also play on the 14th, but the Sharks also open on the 14th. I'm going to bet money that the Sharks open at SAP on the 14th, just based on the calendar, what was said. And if you think I'm bullshitting, go look at my Twitter. Because I literally posted 10-14 with eyeballs on it like 2 weeks ago.
Or do they start on the road?
The way that it was said to me, it sounded like no. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened.
So
but just the way it was broached to me, it just seemed very odd to hear that oh, what a great weekend that you've got this, that. But maybe the Sharks are starting on the road on a Sunday. That still seems, I mean, it's not unheard of. It's not unheard of, though, that maybe there's a team that say that it's Anaheim, say that they host LA on Friday and then host San Jose on Sunday. That's not unheard of whatsoever.
Yes.
Especially when you bring into last season. Remember how silly last season was, where they only played
like 2?
What was it? Well, hold on. I'm looking at it right now. Vegas, Anaheim, through the first 2 months, they only played 5 divisional games.
Right.
Are you kidding?
Well, remember, they do like to get out. They try to get that East Coast trip out early.
Yeah. So maybe they're on the East Coast on a Sunday, and it's a 5:00 local start or 4:00 local start. Although that still seems a little unheard of.
Yeah.
At least to start the season.
I mean, I know what
we're all going to find out tomorrow with any hope, and with any hope, we're all going to find out every schedule at the same goddamn time.
Okay, so I want you to we're going to play a friendly wager.
Oh fuck! Here we go.
Are the Sharks the first home opponent for the Vegas Golden Knights?
I saw, was it Sinbin that said, or Granger? Somebody posted a poll on that where it's like, should it be Edmonton, Dallas, San Jose, or other? I mean, on one hand, I get the San Jose thing because they can sit there and be real fucking petty and childish and be like, neener, we got a cup, and blah, blah, blah.
Just like LA on the in 2014 that Bettman personally put on.
So it's the idea of they can try to be petty and stoke, the somewhat false narrative. It's again, if San Jose had been competitive over the last couple of years and had fought with them, that's one thing. Didn't San Jose have a winning record against Vegas this last season, even though they won the cup? I'm pretty fucking sure. Let me look it up. Okay, they were 2-2. So they were 50% against Vegas this season. 1-2, lost 2. So it's in fact, looking on here, yeah, the Sharks had the most success in their division last season against Vegas. It's the only team they took 4 points against. They took, no, excuse me, my bad. They took 5 against Anaheim because they won 1 and then went to overtime 3 times. So they, 5 points against Anaheim. They got 1 point against LA, 3 points against Seattle, 1 point against Vancouver, 4 points against VGK. So, I mean, but it's the only team that San Jose beat in their division twice. Everybody else, like I said, Anaheim, 1-1, lost 3 in overtime. So, anyway, if they want to be petty, if they want to stir the pot, sure, make it San Jose. And you know what? San Jose on a Sunday at 5:00, it doesn't, could make sense, but.
So when is the Frozen Fury game in Utah? The 7th?
Oh, who gives a shit?
Well, no, because they could start. They could start on a Wednesday, go to Vegas, play on Thursday, have their home opener on a Thursday.
Hold on. Frozen Fury. That's the
game in Salt Lake City. Yeah,
that's versus LA on October 5th.
October 5th. So, barring anything crazy, that's the last preseason game of the year.
They're going to go 10 days between preseason and regular.
No, because the 5th is a Thursday, the 7th is a Saturday. They're gonna start, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe they sneak in.
I don't think so. It sounded like the first game was going to be the 15th.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
So I could see it going Thursday, Saturday, with home games with concerts in between.
Hold on, D-Rock. What are you saying? Politics Central. We're talking about hockey schedules right now.
Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about. But go move on.
Either way, with any luck, all the schedules will be released tomorrow.
We'll be talking about that then.
Yeah, we're gonna break down, longest road trips, because I remember last season when we printed that shit out. We looked at it. I'm like, January 21st to February 12th. That's the longest road trip. Oh, there's a break in. Okay, never mind. That was hysterical. I'm looking at here. I remember being really happy with the first half of the Sharks' schedule. Aside from the bullshit in Prague, I remember really liking it. It's like, okay, 4-game East Coast swing, then you get 6 at home, then 4-game roadie, 3 at home, then a quick jaunt to Seattle, then you get 2 at home, then 4 back to the Northeastern, play all the Canada, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Buffalo. Then you come home, Vancouver, at Anaheim. Then you host Arizona, then at LA. Now, granted, you could sit there and go, okay, that's a little, like, they could have figured that out. But then hosting 3, then at Vancouver. So you're still in your time zone. Then hosting Dallas. Then take a little roadie at Dallas, at Chicago, at Boston. Or I'm sorry, at Anaheim, and then you host Boston. The first half of that schedule last season, I thought was very, very good to the Sharks, travel-wise. And they never had a road trip longer than, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 5-game trip towards the end of January. And then at the end of it, they had they had like, what, 10 days off, 9 days off for the break. And then, although it did suck that they come from Pittsburgh, have 9 days off, and then have to fly back out to fucking the East Coast and play at Tampa Bay. That sucked. But then they had a 7-game homestand in February. If you're an old school fan like Pucka and I, you remember that February was the month that the Sharks never played at home because tennis. So thankfully they got rid of that. But I thought last season's schedule was actually one of the best ones they've ever had.
Schedule is fine. The team sucked.
Yeah, the team sucked, but I thought the schedule, it wasn't one of those ones that we've seen in the past where it's like, okay, it's a 6-game trip where it's like, okay, at Colorado, at Tampa Bay, at Chicago, at Dallas, at Vancouver, at Winnipeg, at Montreal, home.
Vancouver.
Like there was a couple jaunts like that where it was just like, there is no fucking rhyme or reason to this. Where if I looked at this, it's, like I said, at Islanders, at Rangers, at Jersey, at Flyers. Could you get a better fucking road trip? I mean, you could damn near bus to all of those locations and be fine. They probably did, for Pete's sakes. If you stay in New Jersey, you can bus every one of those. There's not a bus ride that's longer than an hour.
Can it be at the beginning of next year, though? I would
That's
love
what that one was. That was October
well, no, they
18th through the 23rd.
But I mean, they usually would hit all the New York teams all at once. They kind of split it.
In the past, they haven't. I remember a schedule or so where it was like Montreal, Washington, Boston, Carolina, and you're like, "Are you serious?"
No,
this?
but I mean, like they hit up the Islanders, Rangers, Devils all at once.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And then what was it? You had the Midwest trip where it was St. Louis, Dallas, Minnesota, and then finishing in Vegas. But the other one that I thought was really great, right after Thanksgiving, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, Buffalo. That's a perfect trip.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking perfect. So, like, more of that, please.
More of that will happen on the YouTube channel Tuesday.
And play LA and Anaheim in SoCal on a Saturday for once in your fucking miserable lives.
Or for that matter, let's do Seattle and Vancouver back to back. That would be awesome. I'm just saying.
Sure.
That would be like, Amanda, we got the road trip ready to go.
There you go. All right, wrap it.
So that's it for now. In case you missed anything or want to watch this again, oh boy, check us out on Teal Town USA.
Watch this.
Shh. TealTownUSA.com or your favorite podcatcher.
Hold on. I don't mean to be a dick.
Oh boy.
Just got the email.
What?
Literally. Just I'm looking at my clock. It says 9:19. The email came in 9:18. Come on to sharksproshop.com and buy yourself exclusive Erik Karlsson merchandise where it has the Erik Karlsson poster for Norris and the Erik Karlsson Norris Trophy winning puck.
It does look pretty cool. I'll be honest. That puck looks nice.
Yeah, I'm go ahead. Would you like some more? Could you come over and look at my wall and tell me what you want to buy? Because I need to get rid of some stuff.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'm just waiting for that reverse retro jersey. That's all.
So if you want the, we can talk. If you want the Karlsson merch, sharksproshop.com.
Yep.
No free ads, so you better throw us a free one.
That's right, Mr. Becker. If you're watching in Nashville tonight, I'm just saying. Okay, so we have this awards show, which is crazy. We have I'm not even gonna wonder what you're doing right now.
Oh, dude, Chris JWS, and I didn't even realize that this came in
on
like
Twitter?
48 minutes ago. He fucking ripped me a new one, dude.
Tuesday we have the schedule reveal. We'll break it down for you. Wednesday, 4 p.m. is our draft special with Ian, Mark, and Jules. Breaking down the first round. I believe we'll recap all the Sharks picks on another podcast. So if anything,
They're not staying on the air the entire time.
You're going to give them stipends?
No.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah. So smash that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell because that way you know when we do go on to enjoy all of this. So with that, AJ, any final words?
No, just I'm looking forward to getting this fucking week over with.
Hey,
seriously,
I forgot free agency July 1st.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's awards, schedule release, draft 2.0, last day for qualifying offers, FAs, then free agent frenzy. It's like I cannot wait for this fucking Sunday. So all of this other stuff is behind me. To me, this Sunday is the I don't know, it's the I guess the checkered flag on the season, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean that usually that free agent frenzy day is basically when Bob McKenzie traditionally goes to the cottage, or Elliot Friedman starts growing a beard.
Well, it's the checkered flag that is the official end of the 22-23 season.
Right.
There will be movements and things, player moves and blah 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 that happen, of course, after July 1st. But for me, July 1st through September 1st, the next 2 months, man, I got other things to do. Maybe watch a little b-ball. That B standing for base. Watch a little bit of that, and really not give two shits until the weekend after Labor Day weekend.
And for that, check us out July 6th following the prospect scrimmage as well.
Oh, sorry. Okay, prospect scrimmage. Okay, my bad. All right, prospect scrimmage. Other than that, yeah, I'm hoping that between July 6th, or I guess July 7th and September 7th, the only question on my mind is going to be who starts. Is it going to be Lance? Is it going to be Purdy? It's Donaldson? That's all I give a shit about.
We might have some shows sprinkled in there in between.
There could be something in there. What happened to our jersey bullshit?
Well, that's my point, dude.
There you go.
Uh-huh. So, all the best to you. Thanks for watching. Hey, we kept it to a tight 118. All right.
Dude, we got to bring aesthetics into that one.
Oh, I would love to. So, until then, thanks for watching. And until tomorrow, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real, Teal.